Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Cobra Kai Inside the Dojo, Part 3, the final thing I'm probably ever going to react to related to Cobra Kai, unless they come back in like 10 years with the 7th season, which is very possible, just how Karate Kid came back and had 6 full seasons with 3 parts in the final season. This was by far the longest season yet. I thought it was handled very well. I think out of the last 5 episodes, the 4th episode, episode 14, which was Strike Last, I think that was the best episode of part 3. The finale was phenomenal, don't get me wrong, but I think so much action and insanity happened in episode 14 that I would probably rank it slightly higher. Now, the wrap-up was great, and it's very similar to Game of Thrones, how the penultimate episode of almost every season of Game of Thrones was the banger, and then you got the wrap-up. So I kind of expected the episode 14, like when I saw how good it was, we had Axel's fight, Zara's fight, aka Robbie and Tori's fight, but then the way it ended with Silver and Kreese blowing up on the ship and then never being spoken of again. The only time his name was mentioned was Sensei Wolf leaned over right before his fight and was like, yo, where's Silver at? And everyone was like, I don't know. There was no news report. Like, I understand Kreese could magically disappear off the face of the earth, and no one would probably know unless it was the people that he knew. Like, I'm sure Kim would know if she tried to track him down, but he did do it in a way that was mysterious. He said to everybody, I'm just coming to say my piece, to ask for forgiveness. He did with Tori, he did with Johnny. They had a moment, one of the greatest emotional moments acting-wise that I think William Zabka did, and I feel like they were thinking he said he was going to go, so like why would we look for him kind of thing, at least with Kreese. But Silver just vanished, and he's a rich man. Now, the other way I was looking at it was he was saying how he had no family and everyone pretty much hated him. He's this dirty, rotten, evil bastard. So I was looking at it after the fact, like maybe no one cared and no one thought about it except Sensei Wolf because he's a bastard that had no family or friends or anything like that. The only people that really talked to him were Kreese, Wolf, and the dude who Kreese snapped the neck of, whose name is escaping me right now, that was in Karate Kid 3. Right before he blew up the boat, he snapped that dude's neck. We ended up finding out that guy. What is his name? God damn it. Either way, my bad, I forgot his name. But right before he blew up the boat, he snapped that dude's neck, and that dude admitted to setting the fire at Mike Barnes's furniture store. We never saw Mike Barnes again either. That was interesting. I just thought of that now, but I'm thinking we pretty much saw everybody throughout all the seasons in the finale, even for little pieces. We didn't see Elizabeth Shue either. We never got Hilary Swank. Did I forget about Hilary Swank, or did like that never happen? Because I feel like people said she was confirmed to be in it, and I don't ever remember her being in it. I remember everybody else. The mom showed up in the finale. The pawn guy showed up in the finale. Someone in the comments even said the guy sitting next to the pawn guy was the guy who put his bare hands on the pizza. And I was like, I have to go back and check that one out. I know the scene you're talking about, but I honestly, that one didn't it makes sense it would be him because they were interacting and that would totally make sense. But point being, I thought the finale was handled very well. They did crazy amounts of Rocky references. They had Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4. They never reference Rocky 5. I don't think anyone ever references Rocky 5. The only thing out of Rocky 5 that I ever reference is "Get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you" when he dings the bell fighting Tommy Gunn outside. It was a good wrap-up. I like how they even had like it end, and a part of me was like, oh, I kind of wanted a little more. And then they gave us a little more. There was this weird interaction at the bar with these guys talking about a alternate universe, Hill Valley from 1985 and Back to the Future, bringing Crispin Glover back, having Michael J. Fox write the movie. Part of me was like, I feel like that is just for the 80s fans, but is there any truth to that? I don't know. I didn't really look into it. It was a day ago. I just marathoned every episode, and I spent 24 hours watching them, editing them, and then jumped right into Severance and Yellow Jackets. So we're going to watch this. We're going to talk at the end. I wanted to do one more video. I saw this pop up and I'm like, oh, this is the perfect way to end Cobra Kai. Because at the end of my finale video, I was talking about so much during the show or about the show that I never really like summed up like my feelings about the show in general. So let's jump into this. I think it's like 10 or 12 minutes and we'll talk more at the end. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description is the link for Patreon, where you'll see every episode of Cobra Kai in full, unedited. You want your own requested short movie? Go to the link in the description. Ask me to watch whatever you want. At a certain tier level, I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. We started Outer Banks, Eureka, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens. Recently just started Schitt's Creek and Leverage, Rama 1/2. We are finishing up Severance and Yellow Jackets new seasons this month and next month. Thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, part 3 of Cobra Kai Inside the Dojo.
Get out there and kick the living shit out of this asshole.
I love it.
Yes, Sensei.
I love that Daniel went Johnny mode. Inside the Dojo. I'm curious to see what they're going to talk
Kwan's
about.
death, how do you pick up the pieces?
Here we go.
What about his family?
He did not have one. We have been his family since he was a boy.
The whole world has now seen that karate can lead to horrible things.
The tournament is canceled. There is no alternative. No, there's something better.
That was the big challenge, you know, when we're in the writer's room and we're figuring out, okay, we
I
have
just
to take
realized
all
these
of
were the
these
dudes
characters
talking
who've
about
been
Back
on
to the
these
Future
long arcs
at the
over
end.
the course of not only our series, but some of them, Daniel and Johnny and, you know, Kreese have been there since 1984.
I want the tournament back on. You
Maybe
pick the
they're
venue.
thinking of Back to the
Pick the
Future.
refs. I will sign off, and I will cover the cost.
It was a real challenge, and I think it was the balance that we were looking for in that back 5 was to bring it back down to earth.
So we're back at the All Valley Sports Arena, right where we began the series.
Are you ready?
We even got him to come back. That was cool.
We end the series with our characters back on the All Valley Sports Arena mats, which have been restored to the 1984 red, and they are all fighting their ultimate fights.
Ultimate fights. I love it.
Welcome to the Valley, bitch.
Bringing the series in for a landing has been just a joy for me.
The goal of the ending was always to
I love that
make
they're all
it
together.
so it's okay if Johnny doesn't win.
Ever since '84, I always wanted a do-over. And now that it's here, I feel like it's some giant setup to label me a loser for the rest of my life.
All the characters bottom out. There's a breaking point where all the pressure's built up, and there's some release in some areas, and there's a huge turning point.
Hi,
I never
May.
thought I would be Cobra Kai's first murderer? Is that what we're calling me? I don't know.
Oh my
Taking
God, I
murder?
didn't even think of it like,
It isn't a
no.
murder. I mean,
Other people have been murdered, right? There's definitely other
show,
people murdered
It was
in
really
the
the
show.
redemption of Johnny Lawrence, and it
Cobra
always
Kai's
has been.
first murder.
Oh,
Oh, well,
that
the
last scene when Billy
I
and
get what
I
she's
embrace and we cry in each other's arms. It was just a catharsis for me.
I'm so sorry, son.
It was the termination of a relationship of 40 years on screen.
I love
I
the
wish there
purple
was some
behind
way
them.
I could-
Looks cool.
I can make it up to you.
It felt so good.
This really ends with not only Johnny, but also Miguel as the two final fighters. It really brings it back to our roots from season 1.
We are kind of capable of anything in terms of how we're going to end this series, and I think we've shown that in terms of Miguel falling, in terms of Quan dying. You know, we've done these kind of big moments that pull the rug out from underneath the audience and show them that
Agreed.
all doesn't always end okay.
You should have stayed gone, John.
I hope they...
You love the way that Kreese and Silver end up?
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. You always did love lurking in the shadows.
Are they going to bring up why they never talked
Cobra
about
Kai
it?
way to send characters off like the way that they do.
I mean, I agree. I think it was handled beautifully.
Please welcome the Valley Zone, Cobra Kai!
It is
He was
pretty
great.
amazing to put on that Cobra Kai gi. Felt a little itchy for me.
Right.
I don't
Oh
know
my God,
about
his
you,
real voice is
but,
totally throwing me off.
It's getting better. It felt great to lend support. Hopefully the audience will feel that.
My favorite
I don't
part
think
of
I've
the
heard
Miguel
him talk
character has
before.
been the
And if
found
I did, I
father
forgot.
aspect of it. Miguel was able to find that mentor relationship that he wanted from a father figure in Johnny.
Tori has been burnt, but I think her problem is that she holds on to these vendettas and
My
she's
favorite.
not forgiving.
They're both my
I think she
favorite.
has to
Both
learn
my. I
that.
said
Some
it
people
many
are
times.
good people, like the LaRussos are looking out for her.
I can promise you that we have your back, no matter what logo's on it.
The nice arc at the end of our series with Daniel and Johnny talking about, you know, it's okay, look how much good we have in our lives. Maybe the fight doesn't matter as much.
Whatever happens, you got people around you who care about you, man.
Present company included.
Present company included. That's what makes you a winner.
You're pretty good at
That's
the
how
sensing
winning
shit.
is done. That's what that reminded me of.
Because break's over.
We went with a happy ending. We had a couple options there. We could go ambiguous and you don't know. We could go dark.
I want a good, clean fight. The whole world is watching.
For us, we're fans of this franchise. We want what we wanted to see Johnny win. We wanted to see him win as Cobra Kai. And we wanted Cobra Kai to be back, but not in the same way it was in season 1.
I feel like it's finally the happy ending we've been wanting for Johnny and Daniel. Johnny has a
Everyone
baby,
got a happy ending.
He has a family.
You're totally right. That element of family is something that was so crucial to the Johnny character.
Dad's got a big fight coming up.
And to see Johnny on the red mats of the All Valley in the Cobra Kai gi, like, was really, as a fan, a cool moment. And to see all of us in those Cobra Kai gis.
Agreed. When they all ran out, I was like, that's
This
my
is a
favorite
nostalgic
gi. The
moment.
sleeveless
This is the
black
end-all,
gi.
be-all of the show. This is how it's supposed to tie in from not only season 1, but from 1984 when the show came out. So it really ties everything together, and it just gives Johnny Lawrence the opportunity to finally get his redemption, finally get the win that he long deserved.
No more delaying the inevitable.
Ready.
I still think they could have used the crane kick. I won't say should have, because they did a good job. Honestly, they did it in their own way, and it was unique, and that's probably the way to go. I'm surprised they didn't use the crane kick. But people talked in the comments
I'm
how
so used to, especially in this
he
character,
wouldn't have
having
fell for the
broken
crane
second
kick.
place trophies, that it's going to take me a long time to even grasp the concept that he won anything, let alone a world championship.
Russo! Get over here. You're all right, Lawrence.
This was the first thing I've ever worked on that my friends and my peers watched and were like, wow, this is good.
This has been one hell of an education, learning from our peers.
Very likely my
from,
favorite show in the
Ralph,
last
Billy,
decade.
Yuji. They are professionals, and they help us look good.
The past 6 seasons and 7 years has, like, been some of the best just years of my life, which is super cool. And I'm so happy and grateful to have been a part of something so special. I love you, Tori.
Sam is sitting
That's
there
all I
like,
was gonna tell you.
like, stop crying. Obviously.
I was so nervous
It's an
that we
emotional
wouldn't pull it
oh,
off.
there you go.
know?
Never mind. Never
that I
mind.
wouldn't pull it off. And to be here now, knowing that not only did people receive us with open arms here on set, but truly, like, the fans received us with open arms, that they created such a passionate and loving and wonderful, safe place to feel at home. And it's made every day, we think about that every day on set. It's made every single day count that much more.
I'm so proud of the person you've become.
I thought it was funny at the end there. Anthony is just like chilling. Everyone's bawling their
We have
eyes
such a
out, and he's
symbiotic
just like,
relationship
I
with
want
the
those
fans. So I
Crustables.
know they're going to be at home watching this, and their hearts aching, and just I hope they know that our hearts are aching here too. But that I'm at peace knowing that we have put everything we possibly could into it.
I think it's a camaraderie that we have as a collective, and it starts from
I love
the
the
top.
way
And
they got back
The
together.
kind of love that these two gentlemen have shown to everybody and welcoming everybody to the show has been magical.
There is no one way. If you want to conquer life's obstacles and be the best you can be, you're going to need to learn more than one discipline.
To the fans, I've said it before, and I'll say it again now, we are you. We are fans, first and foremost, of this franchise. We are fans of this story, and it's been our ultimate honor to be the stewards of this story for you.
The fans
He's
mean
got such a
everything to us.
great
and they mean everything
smile
to the whole
face, that
team who's
dude.
making Cobra Kai, and we're so happy for the appreciation that you've given us, and we are so thankful that you've supported Cobra Kai all these years.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much for sticking with us throughout this whole series. We love you. We're gonna miss you, but I think we're still gonna see you.
Thank you so much for coming
I wouldn't
on
be
this
surprised
journey with us.
if a movie
you guys are the best.
or
You're
a
the most
spin-off comes
enthusiastic.
out.
I love meeting every one of you.
Is there
Besides
any way
Karate
that
Kid
we
Legends.
could ever see these characters again? That's what we're thinking too in our minds. So we wanted to leave this story with people, satisfied but wanting more.
Wouldn't flesh want to be easier?
Man who catch fly with chopstick accomplish anything.
I think he'd be shocked to see how
Hey, Mr.
popular this got again. Pat Morita.
You begin a luck.
Always have the memories.
Cobra Kai never dies!
Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Thank you.
Is that it already?
3.
Oh.
1, 2.
Oh, they're all gonna say it?
Cobra Kai never dies.
They're gonna go through everybody.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai never dies.
She didn't do it him.
Oh, so embarrassing.
Oh my god, he's great.
Cobra Kai never dies!
Cobra Kai never dies.
I think he's the
Cobra
best.
Kai never dies.
See, they all said it in like a happy kind of way. Kreese is great. All right, everybody, so that is it for Inside the Dojo. It was a nice little wrap up. I was wondering if they were going to answer unanswered questions, so to speak, like why didn't they bring up Kreese and Silver? They did bring it up, but people just said, I think they handled it well and they went out with a bang, pun intended. But there really is no explanation needed. I think I said enough about it in the beginning. We basically just had the producers, the directors, the writers, those were the guys sitting at the sushi bar at the end when Johnny and Daniel were talking, and they were pitching the idea of the alternate reality Back to the Future. So I am wondering if they are secretly pitching the idea in hopes that they could go from this to that. I would absolutely love it if they made a Back to the Future show like Cobra Kai, where it is like alternate realities or like, alternate dimensions. I don't know how you do it exactly, but I don't give a crap. I don't want them to remake the movies. If they did, whatever, I'd go watch it. I'm sure I would. But I don't want them to do remakes. I want them to do something like this, something where it's like the heart of the fans and they bring back old 80s nostalgia. This was done beautifully, so I trust them, is what I'm saying. Like, I trust these guys to do something right with Back to the Future. I don't know if I'd say that with anybody else. And up until I heard that pitch from them, I never really thought of even having a spin-off or a show or anything that is related kind of like this. But Cobra Kai has been around the entire life of my YouTube channel. I said this before in many other videos. I can't remember if I did it for part 3, but my YouTube channel started a month or two after I think Cobra Kai Season 1 came out. I had already watched Cobra Kai Season 1 at that point because I was a massive Karate Kid fan growing up. I'm a massive fan of all of 80s nostalgia in general, but Karate Kid was phenomenal. I grew up with it, Pat Morita, Mr. Miyagi, but I had not ever reacted to Season 1 because I had already watched it. About like 2 or 3 months later, I started doing YouTube, and I immediately chose Cobra Kai as one of the first shows I ever did on YouTube. So I basically have done Cobra Kai since the beginning of YouTube. We have done this for at least 6 years. I know it's 6 years because about a month ago, I got a thing from YouTube saying, congratulations on your 6-year anniversary of starting your channel. So that being said, I know Cobra Kai's been at least 6 years because I had just seen Season 1 right before. So regardless, this has ran as long as my channel. It's the only thing I can think of that I've been doing since the beginning of the channel. I've done like Critical Role, stuff like that for 3-4 years. There's other shows I've been riding with since the start of the show, but I don't think anything started when I started and ended right now. But this is basically been a journey I have taken throughout all of my YouTube life. And most of you people have been here with me. I see people in the comments that I still remember from back in season 2 when we saw Miguel fall off the top rail and everything else. Like, people have been on this journey with me for 5 or 6 years. So that is something to say as well. That's pretty awesome. As you can see, I'm rocking the Eagle Fang shirt, which was retired a season or 2 ago because they're no more. But I mean, what else is there to say? It was a phenomenal show. I said it many times as well that it is possibly my favorite show of the last 10 years. Consistently great, getting better and better. The acting is superb. I love that they kept bringing back old friends from the original movie. They did the deep fake on Miyagi, each time getting better and better with that as well. I think they did the send-offs of Kreese and Silver beautifully. Everything was handled magnificently, in my opinion. So, that being said, definitely ranked, put it this way, I would say it is possibly even in my top 10 consistently great shows of all time, but it is easily one of my favorites since YouTube started. So you guys let me know what you think. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go edit this up for you guys. You want to see more of what I do? I do tons of other things as well. You want to see it? In the description is the link for Patreon. You can ask me to watch whatever you want over there at a certain tier level. That is how we have things like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Outer Banks and Eureka, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens. We are starting Yellow Jackets tonight. Yellow Jackets season 3 is tonight. Severance season 2 was last night, but I think we're only midway through that season. We're also going to be doing Schitt's Creek, Leverage, Ranma 1/2, From when that restarts, the new show. Thousands of others, movies and shows. Check it out in full unedited. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.